Hey, so what if I told you that the freedom that you've been chasing isn't achieved by grinding harder, but by stacking the right assets around your passions, your skills, and your experience? Today, I will be breaking down the 3P Trinity, which is the framework behind the biggest brands, the leading startups, and the fastest growing entrepreneurs. And it's also what I use to build my companies and help others do the same. My name is Don Griffin Jr. I am the founder of Fly Company, which stands for Freedom Loves You. And today, I'm going to show you how intellectual property, digital property, and physical property can work together to compound leverage and work as a machine with multiple gears that is designed to build you freedom. So let's break it down. What is the 3P Trinity? So the 3P Trinity is a framework that means the three property trinity, which are intellectual property, digital property, and physical property. The framework comes into play when you start to stack two or three of these different properties, assets together to essentially compound your leverage. So let me break down each property before I go over how to start stacking two or three of these. So intellectual property. Intellectual property are basically things that you think or your ideas that you make tangible. Think in terms of how Disney creates characters and storylines, or how Apple has their design patents and philosophies, and how online coaches has curriculums and things like that. Digital property, these are things that add value digitally, like websites, your social media accounts, your marketing lists, your systems, things that are digitally added value. And the best part about this is it can be used 24/7 even while you sleep. So the last property, physical property. And the physical properties are things that are physical. So if you can drop it on your foot, it is a physical property. And an example for this are things like books, real estate, pens, anything that is physical that adds value for you to take out into the marketplace is a physical property. So what are examples of stacking two or three of these different properties? Let's use IP and DP for an example. I'll use an industry expert, somebody who's a leader in their field, has a lot of knowledge around what they do, and they can sell a course or just sell their IP online digitally to their following. If they have a large following, that's also DP. So think in terms of that when combining IP and DP. Not limited by this, because there's plenty of ways to leverage it, but that's just one example of how to leverage IP and DP. So for DP and PP, so digital property and physical property, I'll use an example of Nike. So Nike has their physical shoes, their physical warehouse, and they sell their shoes out of their warehouse, and they use their digital platform in order to fulfill customers globally. So since they have a digital property, they're able to have further reach and make money while they sleep. And another combination is PP and IP. So once again, I'll use Apple as an example of how they have their designs, their IP. They create the designs using physical property, their phones, and now that is the combination that unlocks compounded leverage. So now I'm gonna give an example of combining all three. And one of the best companies that is able to do this is Disney. So an example of Disney is how they have their storylines, their characters, all of these things around their characters, and then they have their digital platform, which is Disney Plus, also Disney World, which is their physical property, and they combine all three of these for maximum compounding leverage. And this is a textbook example of the power behind this. So think of ways in your business and how you can acquire or build these different assets, these different properties in order to compound leverage, and also have ideas to compound leverage yourself. And if you need help implementing these things, I have a free guide down below of the 3P Trinity and how you can implement it in your business. And if you want hands-on help building out these revenue streams, these assets into your business, or even help growing and automating your business, the links are down below. So please, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back to you with another video soon.